Welcome to our OIP 5-minute temperature check recording. Weekly, I will just be sharing a 5-minute OIP quick check with you. I know we will be having face-to-face OIP meetings. We will be having conversations at your principal meetings about the OIP, but this tool is also to not only have a form to answer some questions that it may have come up in those meetings, but also to share some best practices and to support buildings as we are implementing OIP district-wide. So first, OIP temperature check. We're going to talk about the October 30th OIP submissions. What is due October 30th is the OIP Quick Start Needs Assessment. Again, after you complete that self-assessment, you have a needs assessment on the next page. When you're done with that, just copy it and you're going to drop it in your OIP submission folder, which I'll be sharing with you. The OIP implementation rubric summary is due. Your SSC and TBT roster and the dates and times. Again, the SSC roster should be inclusive of who is on your SSC and what are their roles in your building. And the dates and times are really important as we support you through the OIP process. We need to know when your teams are meeting. The CIP, which is I know is due to your executive directors October 15th. I'm sure they will be sharing those CIPs with me. And your parental inventory. This is again only for Title I buildings, but please feel free to use this inventory if you're not a Title I also. This really assists in helping with the culture and climate goal in the CIP. So with all of the information that is due, where do we find these documents so that we are ensuring that we're ready and that they're complete? I've already shared with you the OIP toolbox for this year. So if you click on and look in your drive for that particular file and click on it, there will be all of the information that you need for reporting purposes. Copy of your inventory for Title I, your OIP reporting dates, quick start. I actually have made this copy for you. Some buildings are actually copying that, giving it to their SSC members before the meeting, and when they have their SSC meeting, then it really helps with time because then you can come to a consensus with the OIP Quick Start and complete it in a timely fashion. It has your OIP rubric summary. It also has some really good information about the OIP process. And again, as I said before, we are actually going to be adding information throughout the year in the toolbox, videos and other resources that you may use. And I also will be focusing on this toolbox at my temperature checks. So now that you know where to find the documents, you've completed the documents, where do they go for submission? I've also shared with you the OIP submissions for 2015-2016 school year. There's a folder for each building. You only have access to your school's building. So I'm going to click on this building here. If this principal were to click on their particular building, they would see that they have 4 folders here. One of them is expenditure requests for 2015-2016. This is really specific for some of our Title I buildings. It may not be for all of you. The CIP, so a copy of your CIP will go in here. And as you are making progress monitoring with your CIP, I will have those updates. So when it's reporting time, I can just go in there and make a copy of that information so that I would have it for reporting purposes. Your TBT minutes go here. So your TBT minutes and notes with that required TBT form, you will drop that in there. And the BLT minutes and your BLT SSC minutes go there on that SSC BLT required form. And anything else that you're working on in your SSC that relates to the process will go in this folder. The first thing will go in this folder is your needs assessment from your OIP Quick Start. So please make sure that that information goes in there. Again, this is a process. We're excited to support you through it. Thank you so much for tuning into our first temperature check, and I'll talk to you soon.